What's going on, YouTube, man? It's another day, man. Today is Sunday. Interesting thing happened to me, man. I have all this talk about finance, whatever, and just recently I just did a video called "Stop Mooching Off of Others." So I go to the Mall of America today, and what happened? My wife goes into what store is that? Urban Outfitters. So she's looking around, and this lady's coming in the hallway. And she's like, excuse me, sir. And you know, when usually people you don't know hit you with that, you think, okay, what you trying to sell me? What do you need? So this lady was like, could you bless me with some food? I thought about it for a second. Can I bless you with some food? Okay, I don't have any food on me, so I can't bless you with food. So automatically I'm like, where's she going with this statement? So I say what I usually say to the homeless people. I say, hey, I don't have any money. I have a card. So here's the funny part about it. People who really want food, right? If you were a guy or a female that wanted food, and I just told you I had a card, wouldn't you say something like, well, let's go to the food court. The food court, you can buy food for me at the food court. Hey, if you want to buy me some lunch or whatever kind of deal, use your card. But immediately when I said I have a card, she walked away. She didn't argue. She didn't do anything. She just walked away. But see, this furthermore makes me think that it wasn't food that this lady was looking for. This lady was looking for some cash money. Now, then you have to ask yourself the question: with this cash money that you're going to so-called bless this person with, what is she going to buy? Because here we go again. This lady walked up to me. She had a thought process in her mind where she was like, okay, I'm going to ask this guy, and I'm going to ask this guy in a nice manner. She was processing all of this, and then she had a pitch she gave me. Same thing with a salesperson. When they approach a person, before they approach that person, they look at the person's demeanor and they look, hey, I should be straightforward or I should lay off a little bit. They're processing this. And then before you know it, they give you your sales pitch. What's the difference? What's the difference? So my question is, if she had the ability to do that, she definitely has the ability to do it at a job. But here's the deal, though. Usually when you find people who are homeless, usually they're addicted to something. It could be gambling. It could be alcohol. It could be drugs. I have found, and it's not like I go out and look for homeless people, but I'm willing to bet the farm on it that most homeless people that you see have some type of addiction. Some are mentally ill. Now that's a whole different ballgame right there, right? But some, and I would say most, have an addiction. And that addiction is so strong that when they try to operate in everyday life, they can't be successful. They end up selling everything they own. They end up stealing, or they end up on the streets begging people. And that's the lowest of the low. So how does one combat that situation? Are we supposed to give them money to furthermore help that addiction? Or should we just stop giving them money and say, hey, you need to fix something yourself. You need to understand that, hey, I'm a douchebag. I need to go out and I need to fix whatever addiction that I have, because normal people go through addictions also. I need to fix this addiction that I have and become a responsible citizen. Okay? Because anyone can do anything they put their mind to. Put their mind to. So, I'm just very, 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 sensitive when it comes to this issue. Because, come on, guys. Homeless people in America, we're not talking about other countries, but homeless people in America, come on. These guys can go out and work. These guys are suffering from one condition: lazy-nitis. Lazy, lazy, lazy. And keep in mind, for those who are sensitive to this issue, we're not talking about the ones who are mentally ill, and we're not talking about the ones who are handicapped. We're talking about the ones that have a sound mind and just addictions and come to you and say what they have to say. And while I'm on the subject of that, Captain Save, you know who you are when I'm talking. Captain Save or something is a guy who subscribed. He didn't subscribe, but he made a comment. And he said that basically my point of view when it comes to finance is flawed. And he gave an example his last time he was saying something about that money corrupts people. And he used the example of an insurance company. Insurance company won't insure people who happen to who've been sick previously. And he looked at this as just like, this is a barbaric act. Like, that they're wrong for doing this because, how dare you deny someone insurance when you're in the insurance business? And, buddy, you got to understand something, whatever. I can tell just by that statement that you've made, you're not mature when it comes to finance. And what I mean by that is this. First of all, there's one thing that I myself try to achieve when it comes to finance. I do not want to depend on anyone. And the way to make that happen is by making the right decisions at the right time. And I don't know, I could go out tomorrow and get hit by a car, who knows? But at least I'm trying to stay on the right path, or be on the right path now, and not waste my money in places that I shouldn't be wasting it, to set myself up. And first of all, the insurance company is not in the business of, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not in the business of, charity and helping people out. An insurance company is a business. And this is the question I would pose to you. If you had a job, you had a business, and you were the owner, and you got this guy that came in and said, look, I have cancer, and they're expecting me to die within 2 weeks. And then you have a guy that's a Harvard graduate who is applying for the job, and you need someone immediately, and you need someone for the long haul. Which guys are you going to hire? Yeah, you may feel bad about the guy with cancer, and and you may do something to help him, maybe donate some money or point him in the right direction. But you won't hire the guy because you're in the business of doing the right, not doing the right thing, but you're in the business of making sure that your business is going to have longevity. So it is not that you're in a business, and if you made the decision to hire the Harvard guy, I would look at you as a bad guy. I would look at you as a guy that made a sound decision. Because one thing about life is that once you're born, you will die. There's no escaping it. And there's nothing bad about that, by you saying, oh, how dare you, whatever. People will die. I will die. And we may be sensitive about this issue. Like, for instance, I have a financial club. And what we're talking about in our financial club right now is the will. Some people don't like to tackle this. Some people don't like to talk about term life insurance or the will, right? But just look at the Michael Jackson situation right now. The will is speaking from the grave. Michael Jackson is speaking from the grave of how he wanted his affairs taken care of. If he didn't have a will, with a guy that has so much money and his things were been tied up, you tied up in court battles and people battling, and this battle could have taken years. But see, a will take care of all of that because it calms down the confusion, and it just says, this is what I want. So for those of you who are trying to build wealth, I recommend a will. I recommend term life insurance. You may not want to do it, you may, but it's being responsible in finance. It's thinking of your family, So that's my thing to that, what I'm saying? So I mean, there's a lot of avenues when it comes to finance, and some of you guys may get a little sensitive about me talking about this finance stuff, whatever. But here's the deal: by having bad finance, it's the #1 cause of divorce. A lot of arguments, a lot of suicide, a lot of things have happened because of people misusing finance, of not doing the correct things they need to do when it comes to finance. So why not take the time out to learn how to do it properly, to take care of your family properly, to not go out and just waste money, to just do the things that you need to do, and that's a promise that I made to myself. A lot of people hold back on YouTube or in life, whatever, about certain things they need to say. And I'm going to say it no matter who gets hurt, no matter whatever, because it's not a thing of feelings. It's truth. When you let those feelings get in the way, you're not productive. When you let those, I don't want to handle, I want to get life insurance. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want my wife to live. I don't want my wife to, to think about my wife dying. I want my wife to live forever. Well, buddy, it's not going to happen. When you accept life life becomes easy. When you fight against life, life becomes difficult. So I've learned to accept everything life gives me and accept life for what it is. And one of the things that it is being financially prepared, because it can help make your day a little brighter versus if you weren't prepared. So that's all I'm going to say today, man, you know, and you guys know I'm here every day. That's, to me, that's always a financial topic. So until next time, guys, signing off.